Lou here. After a bunch of you guys requested this for a while, I thought it was time to do a really quick review of the Steam remaster of The Witch's House called The Witch's House MV. Roll the intro and let's get started. Development of The Witch's House MV is kind of a mystery. It basically appeared out of nowhere. It was published by Dungeon Entertainment, and I honestly couldn't find much information on them other than some J-pop stuff and some really small titles. To my knowledge, they were likely banking on the popularity of Mad Father, Misao, and Uri's Strange Men series being ported to Steam. According to Fumi, the creator of The Witch's House, the game took about 5 times as many hours to create and was made in RPG Maker MV, hence the name. It's an update to RPG Maker VX Ace, which is what the game's previous version was made with. Alright, let's start this review. Now, I actually made a video a few years ago called The Witch's House, The True Story, and the link for it will be in the description. That's basically me describing the entire story of The Witch's House, so I don't need to explain it here, as I highly recommend just to watch that video. So what I'll be talking about is what the remaster has to offer in terms of updating the story. Basically everything in easy and normal is exactly the same with no changes. The difference comes in the extra mode, which is the hardest difficulty for the game and definitely surprised me story-wise. It takes a ton of references to the Diary of Ellen for people who haven't read it, though the original light novel version and not the graphic novel version. Things like Ellen wanting to kill Viola from the start, actual portraits of Ellen's parents, and many almost direct quotes from the Diary of Ellen continued in the diary entries. I also like that the game confirmed that the people in the cell were Ellen's parents too. That's a really nice touch. It adds extra bits to the ending on extra mode as well that confirms Viola did die. When a witch is in full despair, they die, so Viola's father, being unable to see or recognize his own daughter, pushed her into despair, and that's what killed her. The cat simply ate her soul, just as I predicted in my original video. I'm guessing it was added because people thought it was a bit too ambiguous. Overall, the story is amazing as always, but it is a little sad that this bonus content story is locked behind a rather hard difficulty for people who have never played this game before. Putting these together here, this is where I have a lot to say about the game. The graphics for this game look really damn good. Viola's sprite looks much like a storybook illustration, and overall the visuals give more of a storybook vibe, which in my honest opinion, The Witch's House is a lot like a fairy tale made by the Grimm's brothers. It's just an incredibly short story with a horrific ending, just like their fairy tales. You could tell Fumi did a lot better with the assets now that she's doing them herself instead of stock assets provided by RPG Maker, and it makes everything blend a lot nicer. Though I would say that Ellen/Viola's sprites are a little too big, but then again, this model is just really nicely made, so I understand why it's bigger, otherwise we wouldn't see the nice design in full view. Though in some rooms she does look weirdly tall or out of scale, but honestly that's just a nitpick. Honestly, I feel like the game is way scarier than the original. Like, The Witch's House has always really scared me because I'm very prone to getting jump scared, and chase sequences definitely stress the fuck out of me, but there's just something about the way the game is designed this time that amplifies the scares. Though the extra mode is a brilliant idea and a little disappointing. The jump scares are frightening, of course, and way more intense this time, but the hints are pretty bad. It's basically the exact same hints from the original with some words crossed out. However, the puzzles are very different in extra mode, so there's way more deaths. Honestly, it's a shame you have to play on normal to get the extra mode, because I feel like most people won't replay this game, but if you want to, I highly recommend playing extra mode. Overall, gameplay is great, but it is a shame only the hardest difficulty offers variety in puzzles, though I do appreciate a easy and normal mode, especially for someone like me who is easily terrified of this game, that even on easy mode I was scared because I'm a wimp. The only thing I dislike about the game is the price. I understand Fumi dedicated a lot of her time, and potentially money, into this, but it is a steep price to pay, especially when compared to the other games like Mad Father, Misao, and the Strange Men series. It's just that the game can be completed in 3 hours if you want to include the normal and extra mode being played for the first time by a new player. I finished the Witch's House for this video in about an hour on easy mode, but that was because I got stuck on 1 or 2 puzzles because there was a new method to them being solved, or I didn't remember it anymore. If I knew 100% of the puzzles for every single area inside and out on easy mode, I could complete this game in a little over 30 minutes, which again, $15 for a game you're gonna be playing for at least 2 hours is kind of pricey for an RPG Maker game. Yes, there are 2 endings, but the ending of sitting still for an hour doesn't offer anything, and the Forget Ellen's Knife ending doesn't offer anything new or different. It does make me wish that, like Misao, this game had achievements. Maybe the short gameplay could be forgiven if it had achievements for dying all the damn time like Misao. Either Steam giving you an achievement for bragging rights, or the game rewards you by letting you see maybe some hidden artwork by Fumi, maybe concept art. That could have been neat and greatly improved the game's length, thus justifying the price a little more. While I do highly recommend playing The Witch's House, I would wait until The Witch's House MV is on sale at a reasonable price, or a friend give you some kind of Steam gift card. That's about it though. Honestly, I did have fun playing this game. Not gonna lie, all the jump scares made me audibly squeak out loud that it was honestly kind of hilarious for anyone in the room to see me play it. Though playing this just makes me wish Eve would join its RPG Maker family and finally get a remake or remaster on Steam. Maybe Cody will come back from the dead and announce an Eve remake at last. Fingers crossed, guys. Let me know down below what you guys think of The Witch's House MV. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. And if any older new subs would like to help support the channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description along with all of my social media. For any subscribers, new or old, who would like to help with video ideas or maybe just want to talk about anime or something, then I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!